In today's episode, we dive into major updates from the world of The Simpsons, including surprising character news, streaming breakthroughs, and even a wild Fortnite crossover. First, after 34 years, The Simpsons has officially killed off Alice Glick, the elderly organist from the First Church of Springfield. Though she previously died in season 23, this time it's permanent. Executive producer Tim Long confirmed her fate after the November 16th episode, where Alice collapses during a sermon and leaves her entire fortune to fund a new music program at Springfield Elementary. Her passing marks a rare permanent death in a series known for bending its own timeline. Meanwhile, Disney Plus has launched a 24/7 The Simpsons stream, playing all 35 seasons in chronological order nonstop. This new channel joins Disney's expanding lineup of themed streams and includes The Simpsons movie and exclusive shorts, including new crossover episodes tied to Fortnite. Speaking of Fortnite, it looks like the Battle Royale game may soon feature a leaked Homer Simpson skin, with nipples. If true, it would be the first time Fortnite has shown nipples on any character, making this one of the strangest yet most talked about cosmetic updates in the game's history. The Simpsons theme season has already boosted player numbers, and this new skin leak is only adding to the hype. Finally, longtime fans are revisiting some fascinating bits of Simpsons lore, from early character deaths, like Hubert Simpson in the Tracy Ullman shorts, to guest stars whose appearances have aged in unexpected ways. That's your Simpsons news roundup. Stay tuned for more deep cuts, pop culture crossovers, and Springfield surprises. Hey lovely viewers, welcome to our channel The Simpsons 24 Hours. The Simpsons trivia that will blow your mind. The Simpsons, the longest-running American sitcom, has been a cultural phenomenon for decades. Its satirical take on American life and colorful characters have made it a household name. But beyond the obvious, there are some hidden gems that make this show even more interesting. Here are 5 lesser-known facts about The Simpsons that reveal the depth and creativity behind its iconic status. We regret to tell you, but this beloved character from The Simpsons has passed away and will not appear anymore. The Simpsons say goodbye to Alice Glick, the iconic character. The animated series The Simpsons has lost another of its iconic characters. Alice Glick, the organist of Reverend Lovejoy's church, has been confirmed as definitively deceased by executive producer Tim Long. The news comes after the airing of the episode on November 16th, which specifically focused on her death and how her inheritance will be used to fund a new music program at Springfield Elementary School. The scene you surely remember. While the name Alice Glick may not be widely known, her role as an organist has been a benchmark in several episodes throughout the 37 seasons of the series. Her most memorable appearance probably came in season 7, when Bart convinced her to play a version of In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, the iconic song by Iron Butterfly. Despite being announced as dead in season 22, Alice had found a way to return multiple times, either as a ghost or as a physical character. This situation had raised doubts among fans regarding the permanence of her death. Long emphasized that, although Alice Glick's music will endure, the character is, in fact, dead and buried. This change coincides with the recent showrunner transition in the series, after 25 years under the direction of Al Jean. Many speculate that this decision may be aligned with the new creative direction that seeks to offer a fresh and definitive approach to the series' narrative. The conclusion that Alice has officially ceased to exist represents a significant measure in the context of the long-standing story of The Simpsons, which has constantly explored the dynamics of life and death through its characteristic satirical humor. The Simpsons gets dedicated channel on Disney Plus, streaming every episode in order, 24/7. Disney announced today that Disney Plus subscribers now have access to a 24/7 dedicated channel, continuously streaming all 35 seasons of The Simpsons in chronological order. Disney Plus is also home to exclusive episodes, The Simpsons movie and themed shorts, featuring the show's characters tied to Star Wars, Christmas, and more, including the new Fortnite, The Simpsons shorts that preview Fortnite gameplay narrative and map updates. The 20th TV animation-produced series has been available on Disney Plus since the service launched. Earlier this year, Deadline reported that Fox picked up 4 20th TV animation series for 4 seasons each, renewing animated stalwarts The Simpsons, Family Guy, and Bob's Burgers for 4 more years, and confirming American Dad's return to the network after an 11-year break, also with a 4-season order. Fox signed a $1.5 billion extension with Disney Plus sister streamer Hulu last November that runs through 2029. It was that deal, which includes in-season streaming rights to Fox's slate, that paved the way for the network and 20th TV animation parent Disney TV Studios to hammer out the blockbuster multi-series, multi-year pickup. Hulu and sibling Disney Plus are already the exclusive global streaming home of the four-series collective library of all 2,000 episodes, with Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, and American Dad on Hulu and The Simpsons on Disney Plus in the US. Nelly Andreeva contributed to this report. Is Homer Simpson going to be the first character skinned to get his nipples out in Fortnite? Fortnite is currently enjoying The Simpsons-themed season, with Homer, Marge, and co. all creating havoc on the streets of Springfield. Even the holier-than-thou Ned Flanders has been seen getting in on the action. And now, a leak for the latest season has shown off a reported new skin for Homer J, and it looks like the Simpson patriarch will be getting his nips out. Should this be the case, it will be the first time nipples have appeared in Epic's shooter. For a bit of context, the lack of Fortnite nipples on its shirtless characters famously began after a Travis Scott concert was held in-game, with the singer sporting some very smooth pecs. We watched Travis Scott's Fortnite concert again, and my son was like, "What the? Where are his nipples?" Oh. I took a look, and apparently Travis ain't got any nips, reads one of many posts from that time. Anyway, back to Homer, who to be fair is a cartoon, so perhaps this makes the inclusion of nipples easier. The images and video, see below, of the leak show Homer in his underwear. According to leaker at Dr. Cacahuete, the set will have skin, Lego style, back bling, pickaxe. All I can say is, you go Homer. Hashtag free the nipple. So, are you looking forward to running about Fortnite as a topless Homer should these leaks be accurate? As Connor reported earlier this month, Fortnite saw a surge of players with the new Simpsons-themed season. According to Epic Games, this surge hadn't been seen since the last holiday season. If you're playing, be sure to check out our Simpsons-themed Fortnite guides. Here is one on how to use the 0-point dash after consuming a blinky fish in Fortnite's The Simpsons season to get you started. The Simpsons producers confirmed key character has officially been killed off after 34 years. If the First Church of Springfield feels a little quieter these days, there's a reason. The Simpsons has officially said goodbye to one of its longest-running background characters. It has now officially been confirmed that Alice Glick, the elderly church organist who first appeared way back in 1991, has died, and this time it's for real. Executive producer Tim Long didn't mince words about her fate, telling TV Line, "In a sense, Alice the organist will live forever through the beautiful music she made. But in another more important sense, yep, she's dead as a doornail." Alice's death unfolded in the November 16th episode in the kind of darkly comedic fashion only this show can pull off. During an otherwise typical sermon from Reverend Lovejoy, a loud bang abruptly interrupted the service. At first, Lovejoy assumed she'd just hit an enthusiastic chord, but then the congregation discovered Alice slumped lifelessly over the organ she'd played for decades. Even for Springfield, it was a moment. The episode then cut to Springfield Elementary, where Principal Skinner introduced her to a baffled student body as a dead lady you've never met. In classic Simpsons fashion, the gag escalated when it was revealed Alice had left all her money to the school, specifically to fund a new music program, a final act of generosity from a woman the kids didn't even know existed. Fans might recall that Alice has died before. Back in season 22, she was seemingly taken out by a rogue Robopet, only to later reappear, sometimes as a ghost, sometimes just alive. It became one of those wonderfully weird continuity quirks the show never explained. But now, producers confirm this is the end of the line. Alice has played her last hymn. Who was Alice Glick? Alice Glick made her debut in Season 2's 3 Men and a Comic Book, originally voiced by Cloris Leachman. Tress MacNeille later took over the role, bringing Alice back again and again for gags, reaction shots, and the occasional organ riff. If you're mourning her loss, there's one perfect way to honor her. Rewatch her greatest moment, the legendary Season 7 bit where Bart tricks the congregation into singing a Bible-affed version of Iron Butterfly's In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. When Alice rips into that rock organ solo, it's Springfield history, and now a fitting tribute. The Simpsons airs on Fox and streams on Hulu. The Simpsons kills off Mrs. Glick show lives on with non-stop Disney Plus stream. Another venerable denizen of Springfield has gone to abide in animated eternity. In the 7th episode of The Simpsons season 37, Sashes to Sashes, recurring character Alice Glick keels over at the church organ she has deftly played for the last 34 years. The sad event occurs in the middle of a sermon by Reverend Lovejoy. And Moses raised his staff unto the sky, and the Lord sent forth a mighty tempest that thundered like, "Oh, come on now, Alice, that's a bit much, Alice." The A-plot of the episode centers on a battle between Lisa Simpsons and Joe Quimby III, son of the mayor, over whether to use the late Mrs. Glick's bequest to Springfield Elementary School to fund a new music program, as she wished, or to use the money for an epic 3-day music festival. Unlike her first death in the non-canonical episode, Replaceable You, in which Mrs. Glick is killed by one of the baby seal Robopets created by Bart and Martin, The Simpsons co-executive producer Tim Long confirmed to Entertainment Weekly that this one is permanent. In a sense, Alice the organist will live forever, through the beautiful music she made. But in another more important sense, yep, she's dead as a doornail. Alice Glick first appeared in the Season 2 episode, 3 Men and a Comic Book, voiced by guest-starring comedy icon Cloris Leachman. As a recurring character, she was voiced by series stalwart Tress MacNeille, who also plays Agnes Skinner and Lindsay Naegle, among many other Springfieldians. In other news from America's longest-reigning sitcom stars, starting today, Disney Plus subscribers will get access to The Simpsons Stream, a 24/7 dedicated channel offering all 35 seasons in chronological order nonstop. In addition to 36 seasons of the show, Disney Plus is also home to The Simpsons movie and more than 10 shorts featuring the Simpsons family, including the new Fortnite, The Simpsons shorts that preview Fortnite gameplay narrative and map updates. These and more can be found in the streamer's The Simpsons collection. The Simpsons Stream now available to all Disney Plus subscribers. Beginning today, the streamer is offering the 24/7 stream, with 35 seasons offered in chronological order, to all subscribers. Disney Plus announced today that all its subscribers will get access to The Simpsons Stream, a 24/7 dedicated channel offering all 35 seasons in chronological order. The streamer stated, "All Disney Plus subscribers can now join in the continuous chalkboards, couch gags, and cowabungas with everyone's favorite family, The Simpsons, in a non-stop stream of episodes." In addition to show's 36 seasons, Disney Plus is also home to The Simpsons movie and more than 10 shorts featuring the Simpsons family, including the new Fortnite, The Simpsons shorts that preview Fortnite gameplay narrative and map updates. This content can be found in the Simpsons collection on the streaming service. The Simpsons Stream is now a part of a collection of streams available to all Disney subscribers, including ABC News, featuring live newscasts, breaking news, live events, and in-depth special reports through their 24/7 live stream, and Disney Playtime, which includes all-time favorites for younger viewers. The Simpsons producer confirms beloved character is officially gone for good after shocking death. Alice Glick, the First Church of Springfield's resident organist, has officially played her last chord. The musician died just moments into Sunday's new episode of The Simpsons, collapsing on top of her keys in the middle of Reverend Lovejoy's sermon. Shortly after Alice's abrupt passing hit the airwaves over the weekend, The Simpsons co-executive producer Tim Long confirmed that, unlike a past gag featuring the Springfield resident's death, The Simpsons kills off long-running character after 34 years. Dead as a doornail, The Simpsons has killed off a character who has been on the show for 34 years, but fans thought she was already dead. In the latest episode of Matt Groening's animated sitcom, Alice Glick, the organist in Springfield's church, died during a service being led by Reverend Lovejoy. Alice Glick was introduced in Season 2 Episode 21, 3 Men and a Comic Book, which aired in 1991, and was voiced by Cloris Leachman. Tress MacNeille took over the role following Leachman's death in 2021. Her demise in Sashes to Sashes was, in fact, the real deal. In a sense, Alice the organist will live forever, through the beautiful music she made, Long explained of the organ player/donor in a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly. But in another more important sense, yep, she's dead as a doornail. As the outlet noted, however, this isn't the only time that Alice, who made her Simpsons debut back in 1991, has been played out in the long-running cartoon. In yet another testament of the series' ever-shifting canon, one that previously rewrote Homer Simpson's relationship with his mother and, more recently, Abe Simpson's service in World War II, the First Church of Springfield staple first passed away back in season 23's Replaceable You. In the episode, she was killed by an adorable killer robot seal at the Springfield Retirement Castle. Despite her death, Alice still returned for several episodes, including Thrifty Ways to Thieve Your Mother back in September. The Simpsons timeline has continued to shift in recent years. Marge Simpson faced a similar fate to Alice's 2011 fake-out in the Simpsons season 36 finale last spring. The episode A Stranger Things featured a flash-forward depicting Marge's future, one in which the Simpson family matriarch died, went to heaven and got together with the Beatles drummer Ringo Starr. Obviously, since The Simpsons' sick future episodes are all speculative fantasies, they're all different every time. Showrunner Matt Selman explained of the move shortly after the controversial episode, which first aired back in May. The Simpsons higher-up also took care to assure Variety that Marge will probably never be dead ever again, noting that the only place Marge is dead is in one future episode that aired 6 weeks ago. Unfortunately for Marge, and probably her new heavenly British beau, their temporary resting place is more accessible than ever. This week, Disney announced that subscribers to Disney Plus would be able to access a new feature called the Simpsons Stream. Joining their existing slate of streams, including one for ABC News, the Simpsons Stream is a 24/7 dedicated channel, offering all 35 seasons in chronological order, per a press release from the media giant. The Simpsons' 37th season is currently airing on Sundays on Fox, with new episodes available to watch on Hulu on Mondays. Beyond the Simpsons Stream, the show's first 36 seasons are all available to stream individually on Disney+. Executive producer Tim Long confirmed Glick's death, telling People, "In a sense, Alice the organist will live forever, through the beautiful music she made. But in another, more important sense, yep, she's dead as a doornail." Many fans, however, thought Alice had already been killed off in the season 23 episode Replaceable You, after she was attacked by a robotic seal, following which she appeared as a ghost. But Glick also returned in human form without explanation, with a contingent of Simpsons fans theorizing her original death scene had not been canonical. Fans are now expressing confusion following this new episode. "This is the second time she's died," one person wrote on X/Twitter, with another adding, "Didn't she die before in that episode where Lisa invents that robot seal toy? So they're just pretending like robotic seals never made?" One fan chimed in. Another viewer explained, "She died back in season 23 with robotic seals, but then a few seasons ago she was alive again for a small speaking role. This time her second death seems to be the main focus of an episode, so this should be permanent." In 2024, The Simpsons killed off Larry the Barfly, a beloved character who had featured on the show since season 10. In response to an outcry from viewers, Long said, "I'm sorry if some fans are upset, but we really wanted to use Larry's death as a way to show that even the most peripheral people in our lives have dignity and worth, and that we really shouldn't take anyone for granted." Other Simpsons characters to have been killed off over the years include Bart's teacher Edna Crabapple, who was written out of the show following the death of her voice actor Marcia Wallace in 2013. The first Simpsons character to die never even appeared on the show. Read more, https://www.slashfilm.com/20313118/simpsons-first-character-die-never-appeared. Although The Simpsons exists in a perpetual purgatory where nobody ever ages, the show has said goodbye to several characters over the years. Poor old Snowball I died prior to the series premiere, and Lisa had to say goodbye to Bleeding Gums Murphy in season 6. Maud Flanders then became the most significant, longest-lasting character to be killed off when she fell to her death in season 11. But long before any of these beloved Simpsons characters kicked the bucket, Abe Simpson lost his brother, Hubert, in a short from the Tracey Ullman Show years. It's strange to think that the longest-running scripted series on TV started life as a series of shorts intended to act as bumpers between commercial breaks. But this is exactly how The Simpsons started life on comedy sketch series, The Tracey Ullman Show. On April 5, 1987, audiences first met Bart, Lisa, Maggie, Marge, and Homer as crudely drawn cartoon characters based on sketches from creator Matt Groening. These shorts had a surreal quality to them due to the janky animation style, which was even more lopsided and wacky than the early seasons of The Simpsons proper and bizarre sound effects. But they were charming in their own way, and clearly well-received enough to launch what would become the defining show of the 90s. Once that change occurred and The Simpsons went primetime, however, they left their Tracy Ullman years behind them, as evidenced by the fact that Hubert Simpson, who passed away in that Ullman short, The Funeral, has never appeared in flashbacks or even been mentioned on the long-running series ever since. The Simpsons said goodbye to Hubert Simpson and never looked back. First character die never appeared show / in The Funeral. Homer and Marge announced to the children that they'll be attending the funeral of their elderly uncle Hubert Simpson. Bart is excited at the prospect of seeing a dead body in real life, but once the family stands in front of the open casket, he immediately passes out. We don't see much of old Hubert beyond a glimpse of a man who looks very similar to Homer and Abe Simpson lying in his coffin. Otherwise, not much more happens in The Funeral, which, as charming as it is for an early Simpsons short, is pretty tame stuff compared to what the show would go on to do in terms of its pop cultural satire. Meanwhile, Hubert Simpson remains somewhat of a mystery. Presumably, he was Abe Simpson's older brother, but we don't learn anything about him from the short. Once it became a fully fledged show, The Simpsons had no problem killing off several recurring characters, which ultimately resulted in the untimely passing of fan-favorite Fat Tony. But the series didn't elaborate on or revisit the character of Hubert Simpson at all. He doesn't show up in any flashbacks, and nobody speaks of Hubert again. Still, he does hold the title of the first person to die in the history of the show. Interestingly enough, Tracy Ullman's dislike of The Simpsons almost led to an early grave for the show itself. It was Fox president Ansier who ensured the animated bumpers remained and ultimately allowed The Simpsons to become what it did. Now in its 37th season and long past its prime, perhaps it's time for the show to revisit Hubert Simpson. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.